Continuing on, we're looking at composition of functions. This is number 8 in your homework. They give us two functions, f of x equals 3x plus 1 and g of x equals the square root of x. And g of x. They want us to find f composed with g and g composed with f. So, f composed with g. What's on the outside? F is on the outside. G of x, and we know what g of x is. It's that square root of x is on the inside. So what is that telling me to do? F of the square root of x says go to the function. Go to the function f of x, and wherever you see a variable, you're going to plug in. You're going to plug in. Go to the function f of x and you plug in the square root of x. So we're going to get 3 square roots of x. And is that it? We still have the plus 1. That's right. Any questions there? Now going in the opposite direction, they want us to find g composed with f of x. Which function's on the outside? G is on the outside, and f of x, 3x plus 1, is on the inside. G is on the outside. The function f of x is on the inside. So this says go to our function g. Wherever you see a variable, plug in. I'm going to come up here where you see that variable there. You're going to plug in 3x plus 1. So we have a square root of 3x plus 1. Operations are classified either as commutative or not commutative. Addition is commutative. A plus B always equals B plus A. Multiplication is commutative. A times B always equals B times A. What about subtraction? Is subtraction commutative? Does A minus B always equal B minus A? No, it doesn't. What about division? A divided by B, it doesn't always equal, it usually doesn't equal B divided by A. So here's my question. Is composition commutative? Does F composed with G always equal G composed with F? No, it does not. Note, composition is not commutative. We had different answers for these, for F composed with G and G composed with F. So we can say composition is not commutative. On the test, if I ask you to find G composed with F, and you get confused and find F composed with G, are you going to have the right answer? Probably not. So be careful. Make sure you know the order in which this composition works. I have another one here. Another composition of functions. Same instructions, but here we're given f of x equals the square root of 2x, and g of x is equal to 1 over x. This is number 9, by the way, in your homework. This is number 9. So we know f of x, they told us f of x is just the square root of 2x we know g of x is just 1 over x. So they want us to find, first of all, f composed with g of x, f, some people call that fog x, fog and golf, and I have to say that annoys me. I don't know why. So it's just one of those things that annoys me. So which function's on the outside? F is on the outside. What's on the inside? G of x, and we know g of x is 1 over x. So this says go to the function f. Wherever you see a variable, you're going to replace it with 1 over x. So we're going to come over here. We have a square root of, we have the 2, replace the x with 1 over x. We came up here, we replaced that x with 1 over x. I should have kept the color coding. Yeah, we replaced it with the red 1 over x. And 2 times 1 over x is 2 times 1 over x is 2 times 1 over x. That's a 2 over 1 times a 1 over x, which is equal to 2 over x. It wasn't a trick question, just 2 over x. So we have the square root of 2 over x for f composed with g. Now we'll go in the opposite direction. We're still using the same 2 functions for f and g. G composed with f of x. Which function's on the outside? G is on the outside. What's on the inside? No. G is on the outside. The square root of 2x. Okay. G was on the outside. F of x is on the inside. So this is saying g of the square root of 2x. That's saying go to the function blank, and everywhere you see a variable, plug in blank. What are those blanks? What are we going to fill in those blanks with? Go to the function g, and everywhere you see a variable, you're going to replace it with the square root of 2x. So we come over here to g, and where we see a variable, we're going to replace that variable with the square root of 2x. So we have a 1 over, replace the variable with the square root of 2x for my final answer. And in previous math classes, you may have been told, don't leave, if you took the refresher course, Math 373, you would have been told, don't leave fractions under radicals, don't leave radicals in denominators of fractions. In reality, there's nothing really wrong with that. As a matter of fact, from a calculus point of view, I'd rather work with this form here, with the radical in the denominator, than the rationalized form, which would be a square root of 2x divided by 2x. So I'd rather work with this form here. So there's really nothing wrong. And MyMathLab takes it, and the test generator that makes your test problem, that generates your test problems, this is what they would give us the answer also. Any questions?